Jermaine Griggs here, coming to you on location. Any of my Southern Californians, you might recognize this place here, Santa Monica Pier. It may be a little windy here, so hopefully it's not too bad. I won't be before you very long for that reason, because it's pretty rough out here in the Santa Monica Pier. But that message is, no matter where you are in life, there's always something that can be done. Right? No matter where you are in life, it's still your next move, and something can always be done resourcefully, creatively. And I want to tell you all a quick story, and then I'll get out of here, right? Quick story about this father who was getting a little old in age, but his passion was this potato garden, planting potatoes in his yard. And he would do it with his wife until she passed away. They would do this every year. But it took a lot of work. It was laborious, right? And you had to dig up the backyard, what do they call it, spading it? Any like gardeners out there? You had to spade and plot, the backyard to get it ready. You had to dig it up. I don't know much about it, but I'm just relaying the story, right? And the father's only son was in prison for something that he had done. But the father knew that if his son was around in his old age, the father could rely on the son to dig up this trench, for his potato garden, right? So he writes him a letter in prison, the father does. He writes a letter to his son saying, hey, dear son, as you know, I'm getting old and my potato garden, I really want to grow potatoes this year, but I don't have enough strength to dig up, the backyard, to spade the plot, the area. And if you were here, I know that you would help me to do it. I just really wish you were here. I love you, son, and hope you are well, right? And here's the funny part. So he gets a letter back a couple weeks from his son, and his son says, for goodness sake, Dad, do not dig up the back. That's where I hid the guns, right? And his dad's confused now, right? And the next morning, 4 a.m., FBI, police, they show up to the old man's house, and they start digging up the back, looking for these guns. I mean, really digging it up, and they find no guns. And the old man is confused. He writes back to his son, tells his son what had happened. Oh my gosh, all these police and FBI showed up, and they dug up the whole back. I mean, what should I do? What do I do next? And a few weeks later, he receives a letter back from his son saying, Dad, plant your potato garden. From where I am, I couldn't help you, but this is the best I could do, right? And they had dug it up for him. And that's my message, right? The son, he didn't look at his limitations, he didn't look at his confinement and say, you know what, Dad, there's nothing I could do. He thought a little creatively, and I know it's a weird story, but he was resourceful and he was creative, and he found a way to get it done. And so they dug up that back. The father planted his potatoes, sent a potato to the son. I don't think you can send food to prison though. And it all came together. And that's my message for you today. Right? No matter where you are in life, you've always got another move. You've got a next step. You've got something can always be done. Maybe you've heard it this way: where there is a will, there is a way. Can I get a light, right? Where there is a will, there is a way. And that's just my message, my inspiring message for you today, is to keep on going, right? No matter where you are, no matter where you start. It's not about where you start. It's always about where you finish. It's not about your background, the limited resources, environment that you start with. It's about what you do with it, right? And how you respond, right? They say 90% of it is not, 90% of life, it may happen, but what am I trying to say? 90% is not how you, I don't know, just scratch that. I've never had that moment. It's not how you take it, it's how you react to it, right? And that's the message. So keep on going. I'm out here again, Santa Monica Pier. Y'all can see that beautiful background, beautiful weather here in sunny California. But hopefully that story, you can derive something from that. And I'm gonna get out of here really short and sweet today. But just remember, wherever you are, whatever stage you're at, there's always something that you can do. Somebody says, I don't know my next steps. Well, you know what I'll say? I'll say, go figure out somebody who you've heard that has done what you want to do, who has been down your path, and figure out if they've written a book or somebody's written something about them, and just start reading that. Just start reading that, and you'll find that that'll give you a perspective, right? When you don't know what to do, that's okay that you don't know like all the steps. You don't need to know all the steps, but getting and grasping from a source of knowledge of someone who has gone down the path that you want to go, that's an immense resource. So pick up a book, a biography, an autobiography. Somebody's already plotted out their journey, and you can draw inspiration from that. So I'm a bookworm. This is what I do. I love to read about somebody's story, something they've done, and I know I may not know about that over there or what I want to do next, or this industry over here, but I can always learn, and that's the difference in mindset, right? You're either growing or you're shrinking. You got a growth mindset or a fixed mindset, right? So no matter where you are, there's always something that you can do. God bless you. I love you, and take care.